जैसी दृष्टि वैसी सृष्टि. Word is what you visualize it as. This is very ancient wisdom and saying. Now, and that is what quantum mechanics says. Now the Nobel Prize winner, the Nobel Prize of 2022, when it says word is not real, how beautiful it is, how funny it is, and how genuine it is. Funny because if we say or if we see it in relative values, then we find it funny that the same object is seen differently by different persons. If there is a boss and there are many subordinates, and if we try to picturize the inner world of every subordinate, then the srishti, the vision, the world of different subordinates will be different. If we try to picturize it, then what we'll find? We'll find that a person who has loving, affectionate, emotional, attached feeling with the boss, the vision of that subordinate would be very different. And if we try to picturize the word, the vision of that subordinate, we'll find a boss in the world of that imagination, very loving boss, having all good stories, all good memories, all good relations, or happiness, bliss. But a different subordinate who is scolded sometimes, who is punished sometimes, who is not honored sometimes, or who is not rewarded sometimes, who has not in very good relation with that boss, if we try to picturize the inner vision of that person, then what would we find? We'll find a very different word. In this, a boss would be portrayed as a villain. All good happenings won't be good in that man's perception. All stories will picturize the boss as a villain. All memories, all stories would be negative in the vision and perception of that individual. So it means this person is same, the object is same, but the observer, the subordinates, different subordinates who observe the boss in different manner, who have different feelings, the inner word of all those subordinates would be very different. It means that even if the observed is the same, but observer are different, then the same observed would be observed differently by different observers. So this is illusion. This is called Maya. This is what is said that Jagat Brahma is Satya and Jagat is Mithya. Jagat means, Ja means to take birth, Gat means to go. So Jagat means which emerges and then merges, which creates and then it merges to the creator. So that is called Lay and Pralay. So it means that this Jagat is nothing but Maya, illusion, because the perception, the observer observes the same object in different manner at the level of consciousness, at the level of feelings, at the level of experiences one has, one observes the same observed in different levels. It means the same observed, the same object will be observed differently by different observer. It means that what is truth, the exact, the satya, the truth, the right perception of that object is not right or exact or real. It is a relative phenomena which is there in the consciousness of different observer differently. It means what is satya? Satya, which is what is truth, truth is always same, which is not non-changing, eternal. But the thing which is affected by the experience or the process of observation, then that is called maya, that is called illusion, and that is called relativity. And that is not ultimate truth. Because it is relative, it varies as per the experiential level of the experiencer. So that's why that is not truth. So when we want to achieve the truth, what is the real phenomena? How to achieve that? The only way to achieve that, when observer, observed, and the process of observation, it merges together. And that is called samhita. That is called totality. That is called unified field. So that is the only field where observer, observed, and the process of observation are merged together, and in Vedic science that is called samhita level. So because that is the purest level, there is the level where the level of different experience, they don't exist. The experiencer no more exists as the experiencer. Because experiencer means the one who has some experiences. So experiences is relative phenomena, and whatever experiences one has, that will be experienced on the level of experiencer's consciousness, level of consciousness. So when the relativity, when one goes beyond relativity, it means then the experiencer doesn't remain as the experiencer, because there is nothing to be experienced, there is no process of experience, there is nothing to be experienced. Then the experiencer, that level which is called experiencer, becomes non-existent or existent in that level where experiencer doesn't exist, but that basis, that abstract value, that pure consciousness which turns into experiencer remains there, and that is left behind, or that remains only without experiencing anything. And now it is no more experiencer. That is the pure consciousness which is not experiencer, not the process of experience, not the experienced. When one goes beyond these relative phenomena, beyond these three values, then whatever remains, that is the purest level, and that is the purest level of consciousness. That is the process of transcendence. That is the process of totality, absoluteness, or nothingness, but having the potential of everythingness. And when one achieves that level, then one goes beyond Maya, because Maya means illusion, and illusion means that which is not there, but one feels that, one pretends to feel that. That is Maya. So, because that is relative and that is not truth, because it varies to the different level of consciousness, so that is Maya. And when one goes beyond that, beyond relativity, and one goes in Samhita level, where observer, observed, and the process of observation, they emerge together, that is the Samhita level, that is unified level. And that is what is ultimate. That is called Brahma. That is called Satya. And that is where all science and technology will come to. Because science is the basis, and technology is transformation of that basis to come into existence, to become applied value of the pure knowledge. So that is technology. So when science and technology is there, then the manifested level is there. And when manifested level is there, then it varies. It has different levels and different atomic structure, and we know different neutron, proton, electron, number of these changes, matter changes. So when anything comes on manifested level, then it has many variations, many levels. It has eko aham bhavshyami, it multiplies to many. It manifolds in many, it becomes many. So when we go back to the source, where from everything emerges, so that is the purest level, and that is the Satya, that is the eternal truth, that is the transcendental level, and that is the pure consciousness or the possibility of consciousness, and that is nothingness. And that nothingness, which has the potential of everythingness, that is the transcendental value, and that is the ultimate truth. One wants to enjoy that, and that is the ultimate goal of human existence, and that is called in Vedic science Brahma. It is a Eko Brahma, which is described by scholars as many names. So if one tries to achieve that, then one becomes that. Janat tumhai hui jai. It means when one knows that, it becomes that. When one experiences that unified level, one turns into unified field. One turns into that pure consciousness level. And that is Satya, that is truth, that is eternity. That is eternity, because it is beyond relativity. That is absolute totality, which has everything, which has the potential to emerge anything, to merge anything, and that is the purest level of consciousness, and that is the ultimate truth. And that is Satya, and that is not Maya, that is not illusion. And that is the goal of everybody, every existence. And one experiences that, when one becomes that, then one goes beyond relativity, and that is called that one gets liberation, one gets enlightenment, and one goes beyond the cycle of rebirth again and again and again. Why? Because when there is no seed, no ambition, no desire is left while leaving the body, then one merges into that totality. Because if you have any desire, the desire works as that seed. And just to fulfill that desire, one takes birth again, one grows again and again. So, when one realizes there is nothing to achieve, there is no achiever, because everything is the same. Everything merges from the same. Everything emerges from the same. So when one owns the same, that totality, then there is no need to gain anything, because that is the source, goal, and process to achieve anything. That is the source of everything. So when one achieves that totality, one becomes to the totality. And that is the beautiful aspect of Vedic science, which is called liberation, which is called enlightenment, which is called moksha. Because then one becomes absolute. One becomes absolute. No desire, no ambition, huh? No seed. So one becomes contained, satisfied, and absolutely one feels total all the moment. And that is the state of unification. Unification with yoga, Kurkarban. One becomes in line with that totality, and one becomes the totality. And that is the goal of life. And that is the ultimate that should be achieved. Huh? And this Nobel Prize of 2022, which says that the world is unreal, and that is something very real, that everything else is unreal, because it is an illusion. Huh? It merges, emerges, and merges and emerges, lay, pralay, lay, pralay. And the cause of lay, pralay is the thought, like we dream. Huh? And when we wake up, we find every dream is not true. So that is the famous story of Janak, Lord Raja Janak. Once in the morning, Raja Janak invited everybody that he saw a dream that he became a beggar, and something bad happened to him. When now he's awake, now he's a king. So what is the truth? So one great realized soul told him that the truth is that experiencer who was there in your dream, and the person who is now you are as Janak, now you are questioning it. The person who experienced the dream and the person who is asking the question, he is the same experience, who experienced the dream as well as now as the king you are asking. So that consciousness which realized that dream, which experienced that bad feeling in that dream, and now just out of that feeling you are questioning it. So that experiencer is same whether it was in dream or now as a king. So that experiencer is the Atma, that is the soul, that is the ultimate truth. And that dream is illusion. All the world is illusion. Whatever way you see it, you feel it like that. What is that relative phenomena which is experienced in your consciousness as you perceive it, as your level of consciousness is and you experience it in those terms. So when one goes beyond that, then one becomes totality. That is the ultimate goal of human life. That to become that pure Brahma. Huh? Eko aham dutiyo nasti. Eko brahma dutiyo nasti. Or aham brahmasmi. Or rasovasa. Or neti neti. Huh? Everything is same. Whether you say that nothing exists or you say everything exists, everything is that unification. Both are same. Huh? So that is the goal of life, to achieve that level which is unified, which is beyond totality, which is beyond nothingness, which is nothingness and which is beyond totality. So this is not paradox. It is nothingness as well as it is potential of everything else. So that is something beautiful, that is called Brahma, that is called truth, that is called totality. One must achieve it by the beautiful wisdom of Vedic science. That is universal phenomena. That is not related to any caste, creed, sex, religion, geographical or political boundary. It is absolutely related to the pure consciousness only. And consciousness which runs the universe, which keeps a person awake, alive. And that's why this Vedic science is the science of natural law, which is eternal and universal. And everybody should follow it to attain that totality, to that unified level. Huh?